sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 56, and it should be a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. It's caught. Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Play action. Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. Still going inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
That's another Rams first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right? And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Jamar Chase, 61 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now Stafford. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Oh, man, that was close. The
line.
Opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Oh, the motion comes too late. Now this is going to be a delay.
Game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Rams 14.
A 10-play drive that time. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Brown with his stick skills. And he powers his way past the 30.
He's brought down
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking deep here for Chase. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 65 yards.
He's already got one touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Out of the gun, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
29-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Pass complete there to McCool. That's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end end zone for a touchback.
First and 10.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards. And the Bengal first down.
Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Burrow looking to pass. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of
Nothing
7.
fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He throws ahead of the curve after first down.
Got 7 yards first down play, but then you get stuffed there on second down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. Now they need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. 10 yards there at a Bengal first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
A loss of 7.
Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Going for a right side here, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Rams 21.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Burrow throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. In motion left is Higgins. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
First down, Cincinnati.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshibas. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Mike Gesicki from 19 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second and 6. Throwing is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes third and the length of the football. Throwing again is Stafford. To the sideline and incomplete.
Stafford's pass.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Ethan Evans.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
For the Rams.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10 at their own 27. Draw play for Brown. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Quick slant caught by Chase. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Brown is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 7-yard pickup.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Chase, the motion man right. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And he's got it inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Well, carry here for the big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon gets Williams. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Second and 12. Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, LA. Kobe Parkinson, 85 yards. And the Rams strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Rams 30.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Burrow on play action. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away, scramble, do something, but don't go down in your own backfield.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Cincinnati.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
This is Brown going up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's Burrow. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
McPherson now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, good move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Stafford now to throw. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. Touchdown, LA! Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Bengals drive about to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards and a Bengal first down.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Bengals.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Burrow looking to pass. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To
Samaje Pirine. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
42 all.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Now
this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Stafford now to throw. Pass complete there to McCoy. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Short gain the last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Here's 3rd down at 5. Here's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Throwing. Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
to Samaje Perine.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So it's the Rams who are going to get the football first as we are back underway here in overtime. And able to get this out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped how the guy can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. He hits Adams, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 32. 118 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have regained the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. Send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as it kicks away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3 points here are a must. A touchdown would win it. Here's 2nd down. Now time to see what Burrow can do here at OT. He's got it in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And with that last completion, folks, he now owns the NFL record for most passing yards in a single game. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
This pass complete to Higgins. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And Burrow going to throw again. And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.